Because what I find with people is that instead of us looking to the Word, we look to like counselors, and we look to friends, and we look to, you know, just others that share similar mindsets with us. But we look to others as opposed to looking to God. Because first Timothy chapter 3, it says, it's talking about like the qualifications of a leader in church, but I think that it has a lot to say. So it says, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he care for the church of God? So here's the thing. When it's talking about ruling your own house, it doesn't say if a man knows how to rule a house, or if a man knows how to rule his house and other people's house. It says if a man knows how to rule his own house. And the thing about the ruling of the house is there's conflict in everybody's house. And there is different ways of seeing things, and there's problems. But the way that you grow your children up is an indication of your ability to manage things. So, as a man, you're responsible for your own house and how you manage your own house. And you're not so much responsible for other people's houses, but on top of it, other people are not responsible for your house. A person can give you suggestions, can give you ideas, but at the end of the day, you have to see if that armor fits you. So if it doesn't fit you, you got to get rid of it, because outside people can't tell you how to control or how to deal with your own life and deal with your own family. I think that the Bible has a lot to teach us. So people who ignore the Bible, I think you ignore the Bible at your own peril. But the Bible has a lot to teach us, so I would say go to the scriptures. And if people are sharing scripture with you, of course, we should listen to the scriptures. But when people are sharing their ideas like, I wouldn't take that, or I would say this, or if it was me, I would never take this, all that kind of stuff goes in one ear, goes out the next ear, because most of the times they don't even have a house. But even if they do have a house, it's not the kind of house that you want to have. So if you want to have your own house, you have to do things your own way. And you have to do things with God leading and guiding you and strengthening you in what you do. Because at the end of the day, those who are the most successful in life, talking about in terms of relationship or even in terms of just developing a household, they do things the way that are natural to them and the way that they believe the scripture teaches. So when you follow the scripture and you follow your natural order, you have a tendency to do well. When you listen and try to follow what other people are saying, especially when these people don't have your best interest in heart, then it becomes problematic. So you really have to work on just developing a relationship with God and developing a relationship with yourself, developing a relationship with your spouse or your prospective spouse, so that you can be able to communicate with each other and connect with each other and be able to do things your way. And even though the scripture is talking specifically about the man, I think it also applies to women as well, is that you do things differently than other women, and you do things differently, especially than women that were a generation before you. So you have to be able to be distinct within who you are and within who your spouse is, while at the same time being obedient or being in line with the scriptures. Because the thing the scriptures teach that I think will be helpful for us. When we're talking about the principle of headship, there are things the scriptures teach that will actually empower us. To be the head is not to say I'm the head, and to be the head is not to define what a head is. To be the head is to operate and to function. So my mouth is opening and I'm talking, and my head is just being the head. I'm not overthinking what it means to be the head up here. I'm just doing it because it just becomes natural. But at the end of the day, I think it's very important for us to take an ownership of who we are, but then also to take an ownership of who your spouse is or who your prospective spouse is. And I would even say to people who are single who don't want to have a spouse, I would say to them that take a perspective of yourself so you know who you are, and then try to get to know other people and know how you can best relate with other people, because we are responsible for ourselves and for those that we are committed to from day to day. Hello and God bless. My name is Neville Solomon and welcome to our channel. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to our channel and we'd love for you to be a part of our community.